Grandmother's house was like, oh, it was like heaven. In fact, 5 years ago, it went for sale and I bought it. I still own it. Now
Oh,
I go
that's
to my
great.
we go twice a year back to New York, and I go to the house that has the best memories. But on the other side of that, so picture of my grandma's house, this thing of stability. But on the other side, my parents were married 9 times between them. I moved 20 times by the time I was 19. I had 4 stepmoms and 4 stepdads and stepbrothers and stepsisters. We had enough money to get by sometimes. Other times, I lived for a year with my dad. Like 6 months of the year I lived with him. We lived in the bathroom of his house because there was no heat in the house, but at least we could plug in electric heater. I'd go to school without lunch money and tell my friends I wasn't hungry because we just didn't have the money. We had no gas. We'd walk and borrow money to get 5 gallons of gas and walk 5 miles to put 5 gallons of gas in the car and try to, just, so I've been on both sides. I've been to where I didn't have lunch money and had no money. I lived with my mom in a trailer park until we couldn't afford the payments and we got evicted from our trailer. But I've also, I've also lived okay. So I knew both sides growing up. But I'll tell you, to make this the shortest possible, because we all have our story,
Yeah.
that forms and shapes us. But
Yes.
here's what I knew. My parents both worked really hard, Michael, really hard. My mom worked 3 jobs to make $90 a week to try to put food on the table. My dad worked in a collision shop, had his own collision shop, made 25, 30 grand a year, sucking paint fumes and working his ass off. And I think when I look back, because people have asked me similar questions, when I look back, I think I was lucky enough to see, Michael, that hard work had nothing to do with success. Because both my parents were hard workers.